Shalom, we the real Hebrew Israelites come to you with this truth day in, day out, week in, week out. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. Double honors and praises to the great man of Israel, the great man of GMS, from the elders and apostles on down. And honor and praises, double honor and praises, Salakia, to the elect man of Israel also all throughout this world and this wicked kingdom pushing this truth. And first I just want to be a messenger and just bring this precious video that nothing in this world can buy, and from the Elder Gabar out of New York. And I just want to record this great edifying video and just also post to my page for whoever who didn't see it, or whoever subscribed to my channel can just have this knowledge and see that them so-called Jewish people is not the real Jews, but the elder can break it down better than I can. I'm gonna leave it to the pros, you know.
Shalom, and welcome to another edition of Great Millstone Mailbag, here to feed the elect through the spirit and power of Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi. Now in this edition, this will be a mailbag extra, and it's a technique that you brothers can use when dealing with the so-called Jew. When the so-called Jew comes out and says that they're the true people of the Bible, this is a bit of information you can use that they cannot gainsay, and at the same time destroys their argument that they are the true people of the Bible, talking about the so-called Jews. And it has to do with 1948. Now this is from a website entitled History, from the History Channel. This day in history, May 14th, 1948. As you see here, State of Israel proclaimed. Now I look up that word state. I knew the word state means condition, but according to the definition found in Google, the word state means a nation or territory considered as an organized political community under one government. Country, nation, land, kingdom, realm, power, republic, confederation, federation. So according to Google, the definition of state is as follows: a nation, a kingdom, a realm, if you will. So let's take a look at these two words here: kingdom and nation, right? So according to these so-called Jews, on May 14th, 1948, the nation of Israel is proclaimed. In other words, Israel has become a nation, and that's pursuant to the Bible, so they say. But we're going to examine that. We're going to see if that's true. Let's read some of this garbage here. On May 14th, 1948, in Tel Aviv, Jewish Agency Chairman David Ben-Gurion proclaims the State of Israel, establishing the first Jewish state in 2,000 years. So, since the destruction of Jerusalem around 70 AD, on May 14th, 1948, according to the so-called Jews, Israel became a nation. Now that's from 70 AD when Jerusalem was destroyed till May 14th, 1948, Israel now becomes a nation. That's according to the so-called Jew. According to this character here, David Ben-Gurion. And who was David Ben-Gurion? He was the Jewish Agency chairman. I see this word, or this city, Tel Aviv, and I think of the gay parades that they have there. All right? Keep that in mind. Homosexual parades, gay parades. In an afternoon ceremony at the Tel Aviv Art Museum, Ben-Gurion pronounced the words, "We hereby proclaim the establishment of the Jewish state in Palestine." Now, keep in mind that word state, when we looked it up, it meant, according to them, that is, it meant kingdom, it meant nation, to be called Israel. Now, what's funny is the people who established it, they still didn't call themselves Israelites. They still maintained the name Jewish or Jews. Now, if you know the true history of Israel, or the Israelites, you would know that the Jews was just 3 tribes collectively called Jews, as in Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. You still had 9 other tribes, because you had a total of 12 tribes. You had the northern kingdom. Now, the northern kingdom, they really were not called Jews. The southern kingdom was called Jews because it was the kingdom of Judah. The northern kingdom was called the kingdom of Israel, and they did not call themselves Jews. Okay? But here, according to this David Ben-Gurion, Israel becomes this state, i.e. this nation, this kingdom, after a 2,000-year wait, and they pronounce, or he pronounced, the words, "We hereby proclaim the establishment of the Jewish state in Palestine," the Jewish nation, the Jewish kingdom. And there's no mention of the other tribes, because like I said, you had 3 tribes that were the southern kingdom, known collectively as Jews. As a matter of fact, it was the Babylonians that called them Jews. But the rest of the tribes, they were not really called Jews. So right there's a flaw in the use of the term Jewish state. Because like I said, and I'll say it again, not all the tribes were known as Jews. Just Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, collectively. Reading on, it says, "To be called Israel." Mind you, they called that 1948, they called the land and the people, they called them Jews and Israel, but they didn't call them, or they didn't call themselves Israelites. Prompting applause and tears from the crowd gathered at the museum, Ben-Gurion became Israel's first premier. In the distance, now here's the funny part. As this is going on, right? In the distance, the rumble of guns could be heard from fighting that broke out between the Jews and Arabs immediately following the British Army withdrawal earlier that day. So on the very same day, there was fighting breaking out between the Jews and the Arabs. Egypt launched an air assault against Israel that evening. Despite a blackout in Tel Aviv and the experienced Arab invasion, Jews joyously celebrated the birth of their new nation, especially after word was received that the United States had recognized the Jewish state. At midnight, the state of Israel officially came into being upon the termination of the British mandate in Palestine. So there's a lot of information in what I just read that shows unequivocally that these people are not the real Israelites that the Bible speaks of. The first point is they never called themselves, after this establishment of this Jewish state, they never called themselves Israelites. That's point number 1. Point number two, the very day